Hello, Internet. So the other day, I was scrolling through Discord, and I got a message that Purple was hosting a solo Bedwars tournament. It looked pretty interesting, and I knew I had to join. The day of the tournament comes along, and I join Hypixel, waiting for the party invite from a referee of the tournament. After waiting for a few minutes, I finally get placed into a game against my first opponent, IGSFT. I start to get stressed out. This person seems like a tryhard. The game starts, and I immediately get enough blocks to rush, and then start building over to my opponent. They start to build up as well, and I have to back down to avoid being knocked into the void. Lucky for me, they just end up falling into the void. I make my way towards the base, but unfortunately for me, I get comboed into oblivion and have to respawn back at my own base. Soon, we both start building bridges to each other, and I have the high ground. I jump down onto their bridge, but I'm soon almost knocked off, but I manage to clutch. I then stab my opponent and make my way towards their bed. I place TNT and I'm about to go in, but then our game referee accuses my opponent of cheating, so we have to wait and talk it out. Finally, we can resume, and I drop down to break my opponent's bed and then stab them until they die. One game down. We now dropped from 256 players down to 128 in this tournament. I checked the online bracket and see that I've moved into the next position. I also see my next opponent, Montclair Bear. I have a little bit of time before our game starts, so send them a friend request so we can chat a bit. They start smack-talking me, but we're invited to our next game before long. I expect to be warped into a game, but then Purple himself joins the party. I start to panic. If Purple is our referee this game, then that means that almost 1,000 people will be watching this game live. I cannot screw this up. Our game starts, and as soon as possible, I rush my opponent. I'm most of the way across the gap when I see my opponent bridging above me, waiting to jump down. Without giving me a chance to react, they jump down on me and start running towards my bed. They place TNT, but I'm able to kill them before it explodes. I buy more resources and then continue my rush towards Red Team. I learned from my mistake last time and actually start to build up. As I build up, Red jumps down from their bridge and runs right below me. They rush to my bed and start breaking my wall defense. I tried to replace the defense after they broke through, but I messed up the timing, and instead I just built a wall in front of myself. That turned out to be a mistake, however, and I lost my bed to Team Red. After I kill Red, I make my way to the top of my base, planning out my next strategy. Red quickly starts rushing me, and I hide underneath my island topper, hoping I can crit out Red if they jump down. Red jumps down, and lucky me, I'm able to barely kill him while retaining my own life. I then immediately bridge to the diamond generator as fast as I can, hoping to get in and out before Red can track me down. I go back to my base and buy sharpness, hoping I can get an advantage over Red. I bridge above Red base, and they start spamming glass over their bed, hoping to protect it in any way. It doesn't work, and the TNT that I dropped destroys the bed defense, making it an easy target from here. I hesitated, expecting Red to try and defend their bed, but instead they let me have it for free. This really confused me, and looking back on it, they probably could have killed me right there if they had put up a fight for their bed. But they messed up, and I lived on. I decided to go back to the diamond generator to buy protection. This would only further increase my chances of survival. But Red had the same idea, but I allowed Red to access to the diamonds, as I didn't like my odds of winning that fight. We stare each other down, each waiting for the other to make the first move. But it came as a surprise to all three of us, me, Montclair Bear, and Purpled, that I rushed in first.
They're probably going to hang out and wait for each other to gear up a bit. Or they'll just go in, never mind. Dude, why do I even try? Why do I even try? Why do I even try anymore? Wow, blue is really low, but he knocked off red, so that's going to be it. Good game. Good game to blue for winning. Congratulations, man. GG's.
I wait a few minutes until I see my next opponent, 9666. I know I have some time before our next match, so I decided to check the stats of oh my heck, 500 stars? I am so screwed. I did not have high hopes for this match, and I feared this would be the end of my tournament run. Once the game starts, I immediately start diagonal bridging as high as I can get. They will need the high ground advantage for me to even have a chance of winning. Lucky for me, my opponent falls off their bridge right before they reach me. I try to go in for their bed, but they respawn too quickly, and I end up dying. As soon as I respawn, we both rush up to our staircases, eager to kill each other. I jump down on them, and we both end up falling into the void. We both rush each other again, but knock each other off. It would seem we are temporarily stuck in a stalemate, one that won't end in my favor. Again, we rush up the staircases, but it would seem that I wasted too much time, as my opponent reached the middle before I did, and now had the height advantage. Even with the advantage, they still fail to get past me, and our fight continues. But this time, I go to buy extra gear, TNT, an axe, and a gapple. But this proved to be a terrible idea, as my opponent was now dangerously close to my base. I had no choice but to play defensively, and I ended up with my opponent above me, waiting for the perfect time to jump down. They surprised me by going straight for my bed, and before I can react, my bed was destroyed. I begin to feel stressed out. This person is way better than me and has the advantage in every way, but I must fight on. I grab some more resources, hoping to fight them off again. I end up cornered on top of my island, and taken by surprise, am quickly knocked off of my island into the void. My tournament run over, I disconnect from Hypixel. Good game, everyone. I hope to see you next time.